Hi Leo, this is your reading for February 2023. Welcome to my channel. I've pre-shuffled and laid the cards out. So I've been meditating on your spread for a little while. I will be pulling some more cards from this deck, and also one that I created myself, and a couple of oracle cards at the end. So the first thing that I'm seeing in your reading is that you've been hard at work at something. Right in the middle of your spread, you've got the Three of Pentacles and the Strength card. So you have gained some type of strength in regards to your profession, your career, your position. You may have received a promotion, but I feel like you've been recognised for it now as well, because Leo, you're showing up in your own reading, and Leos are all about being recognised, being noted. There's a very regal energy attached to Leos. Leos are all about enjoyment and pleasures. So whatever it is that you're doing, you're really enjoying at the moment. And I think that's why you're investing so much time and energy into it. It's something that's elevating you and putting you in a very good position. Like I say, it could be a job promotion. If it's a job promotion, you've been promoted, but it's almost like you've gone into a managerial position. You're overseeing and you're overlooking other people, but it's put you in a very solid position in your life as a whole. Strength really talks about doing what's required, remaining calm under pressure. It's very much about trying to stabilize the passions in order to produce something, stabilize the passions in order to minimize the risks is what I'm trying to say. So you're really kind of holding back, or you're really kind of, trying to temper yourself a little bit and just kind of not acting in an irrational manner, really kind of taking steps to think about what it is that you're doing. Control is what I'm hearing. So you could be trying to just control, like you may have so many ideas for this thing that you're doing or this thing that you're putting out. It's almost like you're having to put the brakes on and say, whoa, hold up just a minute. Like, let's just do one thing at a time. And I do believe that you are doing that. You're kind of taking your time, you're perfecting your skill, your craft. We have got the Eight of Pentacles showing up here as well, which is telling me that you're developing well in whatever it is that you're choosing to do. Eight of Pentacles talks about, well, again, it's really just mimicking this card with the Three of Pentacles and the Strength card. This is kind of them two combined. So it's almost like you're trying to combine work and passion, putting the two things together, really trying to hone in on your skills and kind of just pinpoint that one thing that you're good at and really focusing in on that. So that's brilliant. You are manifesting something at the moment for yourself with the Magician here. The Magician talks about action. It talks about taking action. It talks about communicating with spirit, with source. I feel like you're receiving a lot of downloads at the moment that you're acting on. You're using your intuition and you're putting things into practice. The Magician is all about as above, so below. So it's almost like all the thoughts that are coming into your head, you're actually taking action to create them in your reality. So that's a really, really good card. You may be doing a lot of running around at the moment, maybe trying to sort a lot of things out, trying to stick to appointments, because the Magician is Mercury. So it's like this communication, this trade, and I am seeing trade and commerce because you've got the Six of Pentacles here. So the Six of Pentacles really talks about an equal give and take, a fair exchange. Like, you sell goods, you receive funds for that. You provide a service, you receive funds for that. And it's just, I feel like your finances are going to balance out a little bit, because in the past you have got the Seven of Wands. Now, the Seven of Wands can talk about feeling an element of defeat, feeling like, I feel like you might have been struggling to pay your bills in the past because we've got all these things coming at this person and they're just like, oh my God, I don't know how to deal with this. So I feel like your money's going to improve, and it's because you've been investing your time and your energy and your effort into this thing that you're trying to manifest. And to be quite honest with you, I do believe that it's a business of some kind. Like I said, either a service or like a craft, something that you've made, handmade. So yeah, so in the past you may have been struggling financially, you may have been struggling to make ends meet, you may have been receiving like lots of letters through the door with final demands, and you're getting to the point of, oh my God, I need to do something, I need to sort this out, I can't keep living like that. And it actually kind of rings pretty true with the cost of living crises at the moment. It may be that you've actually decided to turn your passion or your hobby or your interest into something that's profitable, because the Three of Pentacles talks about making a small profit. So if it's not a promotion at work, it could be something that you're investing into in regards to bringing that extra little bit of money. And I do think that it's going to work because, like I said, you have got progression with the Six of Pentacles in the future position. It's almost like finances are finally starting to balance out. But not only that, I feel like it's going to put you in a really strong position anyway. I feel like, okay, so you might have set out with the intention to just balance the finances, but I feel like you're going to gain quite a lot of strength in this position. You're going to be recognised for it. I feel like lots of people are going to be coming to you to use your services or to buy your product, and you're learning a lot about business. You're learning a lot about money, like what it can get you, where to invest it, what the value of it is, where you can put it. It's that kind of energy. I am seeing a relationship coming up for you as well. Now, there's a lot of passion on this spread, and the passion, I believe, is in relation to work. However, there is the Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups talks about somebody coming back from the past. It talks about having a revisit or wanting to go around and do something again, or maybe this is just a friend that wants to visit you as well, and you're really excited for them to be coming back around. But it talks of fond memories. Now, I feel like you may be feeling like you want to reunite with somebody, right? Or again, switch the energy. If you feel like it's what I'm describing suits the other person, just flip the roles. It's absolutely fine. But I feel like there's some type of friendship here. And I really feel like this person helped you out of a difficult time. I feel like this person allowed you to find a sense of, it's almost like they have the ability to disconnect you from all your troubles and your worries. Just being around them, you really enjoyed their energy. You're really fond of this person. I feel like this person probably gave you some good advice, some solid advice. I feel like there was a real kind of mirroring between the two of you, so you were very, very similar, but at the same time there was slight differences, and you really liked that about this person. It's like it's really subtle, so you did see yourself a lot in this person, but there was very subtle differences, and you may have even been thinking in your mind, why can't I be more like you? Or you seem to have it all figured out, or there's just like a level of admiration there for this person. And I do feel like this person may be on your mind right now. You may be wanting to come, reach out to them, kind of reunite, get together, maybe enjoy a drink or something like that. But I'm really seeing that this person really helped you to grow. They nurtured you through some difficult times, through some quite heavy emotions. Because on the bottom of the Eight of Pentacles, we've got the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups talks about grief. It talks about feeling really, really melancholy, really down, like not wanting to contribute in any way to society, just shutting your back, shunning the world. It's quite heavy energy. This is a card of no enjoyment. You don't see the you're not expressing gratitude. You don't see the point. It's just really, really heavy, low vibrational energy. And I feel like this person really picked you up out of that, really showed you that there is brighter days to come. They really provided you with a sense of just soothing. I don't even think I want to say like peace. They just soothed you, like just the word. And you may not have even spoken about the things that were actually bothering you. Actually, it's just that their energy and their vibe and just being around them, being able to forget about reality for a while really helped you, actually, more than you probably even knew at the time. So that's interesting. I do think that feelings have developed for you, between you and this person, with the Ace of Cups here. It's very much like you have a lot of love for this person, a lot of appreciation, a lot of, like, you're very thankful that you met this person. Again, I'm seeing that they've provided you with a sense of healing and a sense of just this really peaceful and pure. It was almost like it was a friendship that was untainted by the external world. So it may have been very secret. It doesn't have to, mean that, but it could just mean that there was a very spiritual connection between the two of you that was so secret, and that may have been what you enjoyed about it. It's almost like if two people saw you together, they probably won't get it, but you two do, because you just, there's this vibe that you just, I wouldn't even say that it's so much chemistry in a sense of, oh my God, me and this person are meant for each other. It was just very, very friendly. I'm also hearing friends with benefits as well. So it could be a friends with benefits situation. You could have frequently visited this person so that you can, just spend some time with them, talk to them. There may have been sexual interaction. It's not kind of showing up too much on the spread, but it's just kind of that friends with benefits, like, somewhere to go when you really don't have anywhere to go, or when you didn't have anywhere to go. This person would always be there waiting for you. With open arms, basically. So I do think that they helped you in this process of manifestation, but in a very, very subtle way, in a way that you probably didn't even realise, because it's that subtle. Until kind of you get quiet with yourself, I feel like there may be an element of reflecting as well, because this card can represent nostalgia. So I do feel like you're reflecting on the times that you spent with this person. And it's almost like in hindsight, now you're realising, well, actually, no, they did teach me a lot. They did show me a lot. Like, so it's that kind of energy. I do believe that there's an ending to the hardship that you've had to endure. I feel like a lot of shit's been thrown at you in the past. This is about ruin. This is kind of the end, things over, shutting the door on the past, things not going back to the way that they once were. I don't feel like this has been easy for you. I feel like you've had to walk away from a lot of people, and I feel like you've had to shut the door on a lot of people to be able for you to progress into the role that you want to progress into, or for you to be able to progress into the position that you wanted to be into, But yeah, there's an ending here, and I don't think that it was an easy ending. I think that it was something that you struggled quite considerably with. But tens represent new beginnings as well, so I feel like you're definitely wanting a new beginning, and I feel like you're kind of wanting to create a whole new belief system for yourself, a whole new perspective, a whole new outlook. I feel like you've really, really leveled up. You've overcome a lot of difficulties with this strength card, and you've really, really put the work in, and you've worked on yourself as well. And I feel like you've got to a point in your life where you're kind of saying, right, I'm back now, I'm here, I'm showing up every single day, I'm doing what I need to do to get this thing off the ground. I'm putting in the time and effort and energy that's required. And this is not easy, like manifestation and bringing things into being, especially when you've spent so long dreaming about them. It's almost like they become so distant, when in actual fact, if you make tiny steps every single day towards that goal, that dream, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, sooner rather than later, you'll actually find yourself sat there. So this is very much a reading of you doing what's required, even if it means that other people can't come along with you, or even if it means that you've had to shut a lot of doors on people, or even, I do feel like there's been a lot of betrayal and backstabbing with the Ten of Swords. It's almost like I don't even think that this is like really kind of, oh my God, you can't, it's not like that. It's almost like situations in the past that have hurt you that you've probably not even spoken on, and you've just sat there quiet and thought, really? Like, really? But you've not actually acted on it. The swords represent the mind. They do represent communication, but there's no communication in this card. There's nobody speaking in this card. This is someone who is just laid there like, ugh. So it's almost like you've not even spoken about this. You've just, what will be, will be. And you've chose to walk away and thought, fuck that, I'm not dealing with that anymore. I feel like this is what this hardship is with this five of cups here. Five's always symbolic of struggle and strife, and this could just be really, really toxic, because I'm seeing alcohol in this card, I'm seeing the drinking in the background, and I just feel like toxic relationships. have really taken the toll on you in the past. I feel like you've been betrayed, backstabbed, cheated on, lied to, all the above, basically. And it put you in a very, very cold place. Your heart was cold. You'd shut off completely. You wasn't open to any new perspective of relationship. You were just focusing very much on the pain and the hardship of them all, the betrayal. You know, it's almost like you couldn't see anything else other than all this difficulty, basically, all this difficulty. But this person, this friend, whoever this is that you've met, you know, this is the Two of Cups behind this person. It's almost like you wasn't realising it for a long time. And this person was slowly but surely healing you and giving you love and giving you that sense of healing. But it was very, very subtle. So I feel like it was done through friendship. This wasn't somebody that came at you and was like, oh, I really like you. Do you want to go out sometime? Do you want to get a drink? Blah, blah, blah. It wasn't like that. It was very, very softly, almost like a friendship is what I'm hearing. And the love that they gave you, the love that they kept pouring into you, actually helped you to realise your potential and build that confidence and say, look, you are worthy of pursuing this or pursuing that, or they've really kind of talked you up and given you a sense of purpose and said, look, you can do it, you just need to put the work in, you just need to put the effort in. I think in the past you may not have been listening to the advice of other people, because I think that's kind of been to your detriment. Every time you've acted on some advice from other people, it always seems to put you in a worse position. Maybe they've been quite forceful with their opinions and it actually did more hurt than it did heal, if that makes sense. Whereas this person, their approach was much softer, much more passive, much more receptive, like there was an easier flow. And I think because of that, it kind of, you digested it a lot easier as well. And because you digested it a lot easier, it became kind of, there was a sense of clarity that you gained from it oh yeah, I've never thought of it like that before, or oh yeah, you're actually right there. So I'm going to pull some more cards and see what else we can get here. Queen of Rods is showing up, so you could be dealing with an Aries and a Gemini or a Virgo, Aquarius actually as well, Leo. Yeah. Okay. So we've got the High Priestess. She's showing a face. The High Priestess talks about knowledge learned. It talks about listening to your intuition, but not only that, but developing it as well. The High Priestess is the Oracle. She's the one that has all the answers. This is a card of really getting quiet with yourself and going within. I don't think so much in terms of the Hermit, where he's kind of more isolated from the external world. This is about finding that inner peace, that inner sanctuary, that inner temple, where you go and you shut off from the world and you just, you take those deep breaths and you meditate and you get really, really quiet with yourself, trying to suss out, like you're listening for signs, you're listening for symbols. You could actually even be getting readings, personal readings is what I'm trying to say. But this is a card of like the seeker wants, it's very, very watery, moon-like, inner psyche energy. We've got the Five of Pentacles here. Now the Five of Pentacles again is a card of lack. It's a card of not wanting to contribute to society, or but feeling like society maybe has nothing to offer you. So again, this is just stressing the struggles that you've been through in the past. I believe with this Five of Pentacles, it's almost like you felt locked in or boxed in, or really kind of claustrophobic, I believe. This is the card of ghosting as well. So you could have been ghosting people. People may have been trying to reach out to you and spend some time with you and things like that. And you're just like, no, I don't, I'm not in the mood. I don't want to see you. I don't want to do anything. You could have actually been locking yourself in the house as well to try to avoid people. I feel like this is a refusal also to let others help you. I feel like in the past you've not really wanted other people. I'm hearing you've not wanted other people to look through the window, or you've not wanted other people to really kind of get beneath the surface of what's going on with you. So you kind of just shut yourself away from them, is what I'm getting. And I feel like it was a means to really kind of have a word with yourself and to figure things out for yourself. So the High Priestess is the oracle, and she speaks in riddles. So it's almost like, the answers are there. They've always been there, but you've not been hearing them. You've not been seeing them. You've not been looking for the synchronicities. You've not been, because you've been so self-absorbed because of all this hardship that you've endured in the past. It's almost like, I've completely lost what I was about to say, but I'm seeing that there's a way out as well. So I'm seeing this big key. So it's almost like you've always known how to get yourself out of this situation, how to get yourself out of this funk. But you've been so low in some type of depression. It was almost like you couldn't see it, you couldn't find it, you didn't know where to look for the answers, you didn't know where to go. You may have felt like there wasn't any type of support for your particular problem. But this is telling me that there is. This is telling me that you found support in whoever this person was, this friend with benefits. This could be an ex. It really could. But I don't feel like there's any ill will there. And then we've got the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands, again, it's really telling me that you've raised your vibration. The Knights are all about movement, and they're all about instinct. So this is you following your instincts. You're going after something, and you're putting your time and energy and effort into something with passion. Like you're enjoying this. You're really, really enjoying this. It's almost like you don't want it to end. There's lots of activity. There's lots of here, there, and everywhere. Again, I'm seeing this horse, so it's a symbol of strength. You're gaining strength in whatever it is that you're putting your efforts, your energy into. Your vibration has gone from there to there. It's just literally kind of, I'm not even seeing like a blow up. Like, I'm not seeing a blow up like that. It's almost like an elevation of, oh my God, like I'm awake. It's almost like, I'm just seeing like Pinocchio. So some of you might have been watching Pinocchio recently, but I'm seeing like a puppet on a string, and it kind of sits up. So it's almost like someone's breathed, don't even know if that's the word, breathed, a breath of life into you. And it's like a little bit. So yeah, that's interesting. With this Queen of Rods here, especially as well, because the Queen of Rods talks about maturity, maturing a passion, cultivating something, creating something. It's almost like it's magic. Like people are saying, like, how have you done this? Literally, how have you done this? It was only last week that I was seeing you, or it was only last month I was seeing you, and you just seemed really down in the dumps, and like you had, so many things on your mind, and just, again, this is like analysis paralysis. Like, you can't go any further with this. But now it's almost like you're this completely different person, and you're kind of here, there, and everywhere, and you're really, really busy. You've got loads to do, loads of people to talk to. This is the card of the player. Now, this doesn't have to mean that you are a player. This is someone who's playing the game correctly. This is somebody who's doing what needs to be done and taking the necessary action to bring an end to what it is that they're pursuing, if that makes sense, or to reach the end goal at least. Absolutely. I'm seeing music, so you may be going out a bit more and enjoying music and dancing. I'm seeing some dancing, or you may be invited out to a dance. Someone may ask you out on a date, but I don't think that it's a date as in like, there's a lot of passion actually on this spread. So, but I'm not seeing like it's a date as in, let's wine and dine me and there's that pressure there. I don't feel like there's that pressure there. I feel like it's more of a, come on, let's go out, let's go dancing, let's enjoy ourselves, let's let our hair down and just forget about the world for a night. And I feel like you're really kind of going to enjoy yourself. So if this resonates, then leave a comment and like and share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. But yeah, right. So I'm going to pull some cards out of this deck which I created myself, see if we can get some more messages. from Spirit. See if Spirit wants to say anything more. This is a really good card, and I actually do feel like you're going to be in a really good place. The Queen of Rods is someone who's seated in her power, and she's the counterpart, the divine counterpart to the King being Leo. So I feel like you're going to, again, it's like this new life. You're just feeling revitalized. You're feeling like you're really optimistic. You want to get involved in lots of things. You want to go lots of places. Fire's quite hard to tame. So it's almost like, I'm being shown, be careful not to overburden yourself or commit yourself to too many things at once, because it could lead to potential burnout. So I don't think that you should overcommit. You know, remember why you're doing this. Remember why you're putting yourself out there in the first place, and what your original plan was. Don't try not to stray too far from the authenticity of what it is that you're trying to create. You tick all my boxes. So this is definitely in regards to this past person. I feel like there may have been some realization that this past person really kind of does tick all your boxes. Again, if this is, this may be a message from them to you, but I actually believe that this is a message from you. You tick all my boxes. So I think that you've come to some type of realization that whoever it is that brought you this sense of peace and healing, and whoever you've got a fondness for somebody, let's put it that way. And, you know, you're Leo, so Leos are all about passion in the heart and that kind of stuff, but you're really fond on a person, and I think that you've come to the realization that this person ticks all your boxes. They really, really, really do. You may even want to tell this person that you've fallen in love with them with the Ace of Cups, because the Ace of Cups is all about new love. So it's almost like, you know, let's take this situation from friendship. Let's take it from friendship and let's turn it into something more, I'd say committed, but just, you know, well, yeah, committed. I'm seeing like singular. So it's almost like, let's make this a relationship. So like singular, because you've realised that this person ticks all your boxes. I feel like you're really attracted to this person as well. Whoever this person is very, very good looking. But not only are they good looking, they're really, really, like, they've got something about them that's like, they're very magnetic, very mysterious. There's something that draws you in. It's almost like a very warming as well. Your prayers are being answered. Your prayers are being answered. So again, this is kind of the downloads that you're getting from Spirit. I think because you've been taking positive steps forward, you've been manifesting, you've been doing what's required, you've been channeling. So this magician here talks about channeling messages from God, but also acting on them. And it's almost like this is how God's answering your prayers. He's saying, look, as long as you do the work, as long as you put in what's required, we've got your back and we're going to help you, excuse me, and we're going to get this thing off the ground, and you know, basically we're going to push you down the path that you want to go down. Get one more. A random act of kindness. Now this is interesting because I think this plays into this this relationship thing again. In terms of money and finances and business and employment and stability, I feel like that is underway. I feel like you're kind of comfortable in that arena. You're getting there, and you've got a plan, and you're sticking to the plan, and you're doing everything you need to do. There's this little, it's almost like a chink in the chain, I want to say. So someone might wear a chain. That's a confirmation. They wear a chain all the time. But I'm feeling like it's like a chink in the chain. And the chink in the chain is this person. It's almost like everything's going really well for you at the moment, but it's just this one thing that you can't get out of your mind. And it's almost like you're thinking about it all the time. You're going down memory lane. But it's invoking some type of emotion in you. It's invoking it's waking something up inside you of, do you know, I've never really thought of it like that, actually. But now that I've sat and I've taken the time to think about it, yeah, maybe I do have feelings for this person. So there's this random act of kindness. And again, this is what I was trying to say before. This person showed you so much kindness when you didn't deserve it, probably. You maybe kind of treat them the same as everybody else whilst you was going through this horrible, horrible energy. Like, we all go through this energy, so obviously there's no judgment whatsoever. You know, we can all be shit people from time to time. It just depends on what's going on and how well we've developed ourselves and our understanding. But I feel like with these cards, you know, you probably treat this person not in the best way, to be honest with you, and it probably hurt their heart a little bit as well that you were doing this. I feel like this person may have had to walk away from you because they maybe just felt like they weren't getting where they needed to, you know. There's just a little bit of heartache here, I feel, and I feel like the two of you probably maybe even be in separation now as well, but you're both feeling the same. You're both like, oh my God, I feel like I'm missing out. I feel like I'm missing my person. There may not be any communication between the two of you. I am seeing that the situation maybe come to an end and it was painful for both of you. Like, none of you wanted this. But I feel like your vibration at the time was so low that you just couldn't. I'm going to leave it there. You just couldn't. Sometimes we just can't. And when we feel like that, it's probably because that's how we feel at the time. Like, we feel like we can't. We've not learned enough lessons to be able to push us through or progress us past that state of energy. So at the time, I feel like this person walked away from you, and it was upsetting for both of you. But you do have a lot of fond memories of them. You do have a lot of feeling. This person kept showing you random acts of kindness, and you may have even been thinking to yourself, why are you doing this? Why are you being like this? I'm actually not treating you very well at all. But it was because this person wanted to show you that. Maybe this person felt like you needed it. Maybe this person just wanted to make you feel like you mattered, is what I'm hearing. So, you know, they kept doing nice things for you. They maybe bought you some flowers, or, you know, just little gestures and things like that. A text message to see how you are. Not heard from you in a while. And it was just almost like, I'm also hearing like in the background, so it was like really shadowy. So this person was very much in the background of your life. There wasn't kind of playing a main role. And because so much was going on with you at the time, it was almost like you saying, I ain't got time for this. Like, I do like you, I am fond of you, I do enjoy my time spent with you, but I actually really don't have the capacity to deal with this situation right now. So that's your reading. I'm going to leave it there, but I will pull an oracle card for you. See what messages we can get from Spirit. It's quite a nice reading, this, to be honest. I feel like some realizations taken place in regards to this person that you are very, very attracted to, because I am seeing now it's almost like you're girding your loins for this person, because can you see, like, she's holding the lion back, and here this woman, it's like, it's almost like you just want to go. You're like, ugh, like I just want to get at you. So I feel like there is this urge to move towards this person now. But there's a bit of a contrast of energy as well, because that's very fiery and it's very like abrupt. This is what this Knight of Wands is. It's very like, oof, it's like, I just want to make my move. But this situation requires a much softer approach. It's not something that can be done forcefully. It needs to be done in the right way if you want to yield the results that it is that you're looking for. If that makes sense. Okay, and then we've got obstacles are detours in the right direction. So again, I'm just getting this person was an obstacle for a while. This person did require you to take some kind of detour, but I feel like that detour that you took, like, at the time you probably felt like was a bit of a distraction, was absolutely necessary, and you needed to do that because it was a step in the right direction. Like, if you had not have invested your time, energy, effort, even just a little bit into maybe maintaining this type of friendship, I don't think that you would be where you are now today. That doesn't mean that this person has given you your confidence. I feel like this person has shown you your true self, or shown you your potential, or shown you that you are worthy and that life doesn't end just because you feel like it has, and, you know, it must go on. Like, you know, all these little random acts of kindness has really kind of softened the heart a little bit. It's maybe made you feel like you are worth investing into as well. Maybe you felt like you weren't worth investing in for a while, but this person's really saying, look, no, that's not the case. you've just had some shit thrown at you for quite some time and it's got on top of you and you just need to clear that energy. I feel like you've cleared that energy now. I feel like you're making new realizations. I feel like you're stepping into this new skin, and it's one that's much more passionate. It's one that's much more, there's just more oomph and more spring in your step is what I'm trying to say. So, and I do think that this person is to thank, not for all your hard work and your effort, because I genuinely think that you have done the work, but they showed you a kindness that a lot of people had not shown you for a long time, and that's what really encouraged you to keep going and pushing through. So that's your reading, Leo, for February 2023. If you do want a personal reading, all my details are in the description box below. Until next time.